Got an extra piece of mesh fabric and wondering what you can do with it? Then check this out. So let's get started and check out the materials required. We require 2 pieces of main fabric, and here I'm using false leather. You can use any fabric of your choice, and this measures 8 inches by 11 inches. 2 pieces of lining fabric measuring 9 inches by 11.5 inches. Here I'll be using a quilting sheet, and here it is the rubber sheet that I'll be using. And here these two measure 9.5 inches by 12.5 inches. 2 pieces of main fabric for the tab, 1.5 inches by 3 inches, a 10-inch long zip. And the important part of this project, mesh fabric measuring 19 inches by 11.5 inches. So here these are all the materials required to make this particular pouch. So let's get started with the making. So first we'll take the mesh fabric and the main fabrics. Here the false leather. We are going to place both the leather pieces wrong side facing down. That is, right side will be facing up. This is the way we will be placing them, and on that we'll place our mesh fabric. All around we'll be making a stitch to just hold them together. Once this is done, we are going to cut them to size, that is according to the main fabric. So this is done. They have been cut to size according to the main fabric. This is how they look. Next we will be taking the lining fabric and we are going to quilt them. Now here the main fabric is quite soft, so we are quilting the lining fabric. In case you use a thicker fabric, then no need to quilt. So here I am just going to quilt it, and it is only to hold the fabrics together. So we finished quilting, and you can see the lining fabric is having little body, that is, it will give shape to the pouch. In case you use a heavy fabric as the main body, then no need to quilt the lining fabric. You can always skip this part. So now after quilting, we are just going to cut this according to the size of our main fabric, and we will be doing this for both the pieces. So our main body, the lining as well as the main outer body is ready. So here we are going to take a zip. We need the zip 1 inch shorter than our main body. So our main body is 11 inch. So we are going to take a zip which is 10 inch. Now we need to put a tab on either side. So we are just going to cut this. So it becomes 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch. Now we are going to place this on the zip like this. So right side of the tab fabric, both sides will be facing the zip. And we are just going to clip this. We need to make a stitch on this. The same thing we'll do on the other piece also. Here both sides will be making a stitch. It's a simple straight stitch that we will be doing. Now once the stitch is done, we're just going to open the fabric like this and make a flatten the seam, a stitch seam, and we need to make a straight stitch over here. The same thing again we'll be doing on the other side also. Just open the fabric so the wrong sides will come together, and here we're going to make a stitch. Again it's a simple straight stitch that we'll be doing. Our zip is ready. Now on the main fabric we'll be making a marking right on the center. So for that, just fold it like this in half and right on the center make a marking. The same thing we'll have to do on our zipper tape also. So just fold it like this, pull the slider on one side and just fold it like this. See that it aligns with the zipper tab, and here we'll be making a marking on both sides of the zipper tape. Now we are going to align the center mark with our main body. So right side of the main body is facing up. The zip slider side will be now facing down, and align the center marks. Now clip this together with the raw edge. Once our main fabric is done, take the lining fabric. Now on this lining fabric, we can always make a pocket in case we want to. So for that we just take a fabric, double and fold it and make a pocket over here. It's a simple pocket that you can make. So right side will be facing down of the lining fabric. Align from the side and the top. Align the raw edges like this and clip them together. Here we have got right sides together. Here we will be making a straight stitch. Once the stitch is done, put both the fabrics on one side and finger press the stitch line. We need to make a top stitch over here. So just flatten it like this neatly. Finger press the stitch line and we'll be making a top stitch right beside the stitch we just did. Our top stitch is done. This is how it will be looking. Now for the other side, we are going to take our main fabric. So this will be on the other side of the zipper tape. We are going to take our main fabric. Right side will be facing down again. Align from the sides and the top and clip it together with the zipper tape. See that is aligned from the side. After aligning the main fabric, flip it over. On the lining fabric side, lining fabric right side facing down. Again align from the side and the top and clip them together. So here we've got lining fabric right sides together and here main fabric right sides together. We'll be making a straight stitch over here. Once the stitch is done, we'll again put the fabrics together on one side, finger press the stitch line and make a top stitch just as we did for the first side. So both sides top stitch is done. This is how it will be looking. Our main body is ready. Now we put the right sides together and clip all around, even the lining fabric right sides together. We need to make a stitch all around. On the lining fabric side, we'll be leaving an opening, that is to turn the pouch to the right side. Rest all around. Here we'll be using a Teflon foot because of the rubber quilting so that it does not stick. We have stitched all around. Now this is the opening. Now before we turn it over, we are going to make a box. So for that, 1 inch by 1 inch, all 4 corners will be making a box. So this is 1 inch by 1 inch, right from the edge of the fabric. Make a marking. The same thing we'll do on all other 3 corners. After marking, cut the boxes. And we'll be cutting again these boxes, all 4 corners we are going to cut it. So one side is done. Now the same thing we'll be doing on the 3 corners also, cutting the 3 corners also. For completing the box, we are going to separate the fabrics like this. Align the base stitch and the side stitch. Flatten the seams neatly and clip them together. So here we will have to make a stitch on this part. See that it is absolutely flat. Here we will be making a stitch. Same thing we will do on the other 3 corners also. So all 4 corners we have clipped and we'll be making a stitch on them. Our stitch is done. From this opening, now we'll turn the pouch to the right side. first pull out the main body like this. After turning it over to the right side, we're just going to stitch this opening. So for that, we're just going to fold it and align them neatly like this. And it's a simple straight stitch that we will be doing over here. Our stitch is done. Push the lining fabric neatly inside and see that you push out the corners also neatly. Our pouch is ready and done, and this is how simple it is. So with any fabric, you can make unique pouches in this way. It's very simple to make. I'm pleased to try this. If you don't have an extra mesh fabric, you can do it with any fabric. Do try this pouch and let me know how yours turned out and what unique fabrics you used for the pouch. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell icon right next to it. Thanks for watching. Bye.